Put the cup down in the bit. What's going on with y'all today, man? Nawf6OD checking in, man. Also known, or formerly known as Cheeto Gambine, you know what I mean? I'm live today, you know what I mean, with my guy Starter, man. We're gonna take y'all, you know what I mean, a walk down my block, you know what I mean?
I got my man Cheeto Gambine, also known as Nawf6OD. So are you reinventing yourself now? Are you changing the name from Cheeto Gambine to Nawf6OD?
Yeah, basically that's basically what it is. It's gonna be forever Cheeto Gambine. You know what I mean? That's inevitable. But just to change myself, reinvent myself. You know what I mean? To where I'm at in my life right now. You know what I mean? It's definitely Nawf6OD, capital 6OD.
So I mean, speak on the early beginnings of the Cheeto Gambine and then transitioning into Nawf6OD. What does being the Nawf6OD mean to you?
Well, you know, like when I was young, I was starting this Nawf movement. North Atlanta We Family movement. Well, I was young at the time, and I was just trying to pretty much just establish something in Atlanta that, you know, to get the north side of Atlanta recognized from the east side, the west side, the south side. Like I always tell people, like when I grew up, like you had bosses on east side of the city that held down their side of town, and people respected them for being from where they from. For instance, you had Gucci. Gucci was from the east side. Everybody knows Zone 6. Gucci from the east side. So that was Gucci Hood. You had Shawty Lo and T.I. They were from Bankhead, and that was the west side. And you had Waka Flocka, and you had 2 Chainz. They was the south side. You know what I'm saying? But there was no north side. There wasn't a north side of Atlanta. You know what I mean? And that's why I brought the final piece of the puzzle and made Atlanta complete. You know what I mean? I took something that never existed, and I brought it to Atlanta. Not only did I make Atlanta recognize it, but now to the point where the world is starting to respect it, and Atlanta has to accept the fact that there is a North Atlanta, and it's great. You know what I mean? North Atlanta is great. There's a lot coming up out of there. Everybody's familiar with it, so that's why. So when I was growing, you know, it was cool to be Cheeto Gambine because everybody know, oh, that's Cheeto Gambine. He from the north side. He represents Gwinnett County, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But as I got older, I realized that I've been raising kids with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got kids that's 20 years old that's looking up like, damn, that's Cheeto. You know what I'm saying? I've been throwing up North forever. I'm always the L. I'm north side or whatever. So I started saying to myself like, damn, these kids, these is kids, and the people that was growing up with me, they're having kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a father really out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like the godfather to my community. Like, so, and I just, you know, of course, Cheeto Gambine, aka Gambino, it already some mob shit. It's already mob ties. So it just like it made more sense for me to be who I really am in life. If I had to put 2 words together to explain who I am, it'd have to be Nawf6OD. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So the Migos are actually they are, I want to say they've acquired a rise to fame, and they specifically speak out on saying that they've put the Nawf on the map, or that they represent the Nawf side, of course, and then that they were the ones that originated the Nawf side. Before the Migos, my personal opinion, before the Migos even came to fame, I knew of Cheeto Gambine being from the north side. What do you say to that when the Migos say that they're the originators of putting the north side on the map?
You know, we don't support no foolery, no buffoonery. You know what I mean? No coonery. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got north side tattoos older than them guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the oldest one? You know what I'm saying? So, and if they ever had a real bone in their body, you know what I'm saying? They will speak out on it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to follow up what they saying when they came to me first for help. You know what I mean? It would not have been no Migos North Side if it wasn't for God. You know what I'm saying? For the Nawf6OD, you feel me? I'm the one that put them on stage in front of the North. You know what I mean? I'm the one that stamped their music. They asked me to be on their songs. Like even now, to this day, it's still a song up. What was their first song? Bando. Go listen to Bando. It's on Migos, ATL, SoundCloud. Go listen to it. I mean, you will see that the first song they ever released in their life was Bando's, and I was on it, you know, and you can look at their style, listen to how they rapped then and how I rapped then, and see, okay, well, damn, they just took this dude's whole style off this verse and made it their whole career. So I'm not gonna base my career on spanking that baby and, you know what I'm saying, and wiping their nose, you know what I'm saying, because I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas like Starter, it's niggas like the Durtty Boys, it's niggas like every radio station in Atlanta, every street nigga in Atlanta who's been around and knows the history of Atlanta knows that it ain't no north side of Atlanta without Cheeto Gambine, period. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is a descendant, you know what I'm saying? Everything else is an offspring of Home, you know what I'm saying? Like, Home's never had a deal. Home's never been he's never been out here trying to prove himself to nobody that he started North Atlanta. It was just, he's North Atlanta, and that's his movement, and everything that fucks with him just fucks with him because Home is solid, you know what I'm saying? So you can look at Migos and say, hey, well, the Migos is saying they started this, but you also have Ritz over at Strange Music, who's just as big in his world, you know what I'm saying? He will open, he's actually older than them, as well, older than me as well too. And he'll openly tell you, well, I represent North Side of Atlanta, I represent it because Cheeto Gambine made this shit cool to say, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember, I can't tell you at any point in time in life where the young boys has made it cool for me to say North Atlanta. It always been cool for me to say North Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I always felt like I want to go to the west side and say, I'm from the north side, you know what I'm saying? Because I got niggas on the west side that fuck with me hard body, you know what I'm saying? And they fuck with me for being a solid nigga. Niggas on the east side fuck with me for being a hard body, solid nigga. South side, and not only just in Atlanta. I didn't bring north side to Atlanta. I took north side everywhere I went in America, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go and you can check my track record from Cali in the Valley all the way back, you know what I mean, to Manhattan, you know what I mean, in the alley, you dig what I'm telling you? This shit for real, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to fight for that anymore. I am what I am to my community, and I don't give a fuck who don't acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta acknowledge it to swallow it, you know what I'm talking about? Hello.
So what would you say to date? What would be your most standout record that people know about?
Right now, I mean, of course I did the whole World Star a while back when with Ball and G, so it did get a lot of blogging on that. I guess in the last 4 or 5 years, I kind of like fell back off the music scene as I was transitioning from Atlanta to moving to Las Vegas, Nevada. I saw other, you know what I mean? I wanted to pursue other things in my life, and I didn't want to, you know, with the whole rise of fame of the new Northside group that was coming up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to, you know, I'm not a hater, so I'm not going to jump inside the way and try to stop they shine. No, I'm for my community. So if y'all gonna turn up, put the hood on the map, you know what I'm saying? But don't put the hood on the map and then put your foot on another nigga neck from your hood because you don't want nobody else to share the light. I never done that, you know what I'm saying? Everything I've ever done has been for my community this whole time, you know what I'm saying?
So what would you say the Atlanta music scene is like now, like 2017, Nawf6OD being reintroduced to the people? What would you say the Atlanta scene is like now as far as music?
I mean, I kind of like what Atlanta scene is going with the music. I mean, you know, in a way, even though it feel like it's kind of cutting out the real nigga, you know what I'm saying? It seems like it's cutting out the real nigga, and Atlanta is giving a lot of eyeball to the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the music's cool. Some of the things these niggas doing in order to be where they at, I ain't gonna never respect it, but you know what I'm saying? That's in any game. You're not gonna like everything about every game, you know what I'm saying? But you do your job, get paid for what you do, you know what I mean? And keep going. I mean, Atlanta's gonna be Atlanta, you know what I mean? You can't try to change Atlanta. You just gotta try to do your thing and be a standout in Atlanta.
If you had to do anything, I mean, outside of music, if you had to do anything, what would you say would be an alternate career for you?
Cryptocurrency.
What'd you say?
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency?
Yeah, cryptocurrency.
See, you might be turning people on to something new here. What is cryptocurrency?
I'm into digital money. I like studying digital money, the wave of money. You know what I mean? A while back, if some of y'all remember, they used to always say, "Oh, America's going to change their money over to a euro dollar." I mean, we still haven't seen the switch over to money because European money is still worth more than ours. But there is a new wave of money, and it's digital money. It's cryptocurrency. You probably heard of one of the main ones, like Bitcoin or some shit. But you got other ones, Bitcoin, Neo, Litecoin, you know, Ethereum. It's a lot of shit out there, and I always felt like if you're gonna chase the money, follow the people that's making billions. You know what I'm saying? Follow the billions. You know what I'm saying?
If you let me ask you a question. I mean that definitely explains it. But let me ask you a question for those independent artists, because like you said, there's definitely different ways for you to make money off of this industry. If you had to tell an independent artist who just jumped in the game today, what type of advice would you give them?
I would tell them, pick you a song that you feel comfortable with, mix it, master it, shoot your visual, get it on all your social sites, and create a buzz about it. Share it, press it up, move around, do shows. Use that one record to actually solidify who you are as an artist, and to somebody can attach you to a record. Once they attach you to a record, then you can go from there and start dropping more stuff. But you have to, sometimes it take 1, 2, 3 years. Like, shout out Jacquees, because I'm using him for an example, because I watched him stay down with almost 2 years with a record. And now everybody's like singing BED, you know what I mean? I was singing that last year on my birthday, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, and I seen many artists do that. Like, they get frustrated with the record and they let it go because they feel like it's not moving as fast as they wanted to. But if you put in work on that record every day, if you get one listener a day, you know what I mean, you have turned one more person on to your music and somebody that knows you, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta do that every day, you know what I'm saying? And just keep pushing it till you feel like, you know what, I've got every drip I can get up out of it, it's time to move on to something different, you know what I mean?
Dope. So this question pretty much is posed to for you as an individual. What would you say is the biggest mistake that you learned from?
Giving up. The biggest mistake I ever did was give up. But I can correct it. You know what I'm saying? So I acknowledge my mistake. I gave up because I just felt like you know what I'm saying, I got irritated with it, you know what I mean? And like I say, you know what I'm saying, like, I know other ways to make, you know what I mean, residual income, you know what I'm saying, daily. So if I don't see where there's been an income generated through this, you know what I'm saying, I get frustrated and get on about my business about the shit, you know what I'm saying? But I came back because this is a passion, this is a hobby, you know what I'm saying? This is my goal, I mean, this is a talent, this is, you know what I'm saying, a dream, you know what I mean? So I got my check right, and I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go back and do what I like to do while I'm have fun with this shit. This time, this ain't a job, this just having fun. You know what I'm saying? So everything I say on these records is real life and it's fun, you know what I mean?
Facts. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some quick questions and you just shoot me the first answer that comes to the top of your head.
Yeah.
The favorite artist who's killing it right now?
Drake.
A female artist who's killing it right now?
Rapper, R&B.
In general?
Kalani and Cardi B.
Last movie you watched?
Sasha's Party.
One thing you need before a show?
All the weed in the city.
One thing you want to get better at?
Vocabulary.
Tattoo that means the most to you?
The one of my dead baby mama.
Artists that you would like to collaborate with?
Anybody that's making progress.
A year that you would relive?
The beginning of the novel.
What is your favorite album from an artist that's from Atlanta?
It has to be a Goody Mob album.
Okay.
Out of the first two.
Out of the first two Goody Mob albums.
Yeah, out of the first two Goody Mob albums.
What's the city with the best weed? And you can elaborate too if you want to.
I'm gonna say the city. I give you better states. It's either Washington or Cali.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say Northern Cali, and I'm gonna say Seattle.
Okay. The last person you text messaged.
My little brother too.
Okay.
My little brother too.
Okay. Slang word that you use the most.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. So this is the final question. God forbid, if you were to die today, what would you want to get rid of? What would you want to for people not to know that you had? Or what would you want to just realistically, if you die today, what would you want to get rid of so people didn't find it?
The most embarrassing thing that I would want. I'm not gonna say that.
Don't incriminate yourself. Definitely don't do that.